Hey everyone, it's Tobes, and welcome to your second monitor. Today for Midweek Magic, we have a Phantom event. It is a golden sealed event. Sealed, of course, is just we're opening packs, and that's our pool. Normally, a sealed event is 6 packs of play boosters or draft boosters. But this time, it's 12 boosters that are golden boosters. Golden boosters are an arena thing. I assume it's just like 5 or 6 cards, so we don't have that many cards per pack, which is why we're opening twice as many, but I think they're all rares and mythics. So this should be something. We're going to see how it goes. Let's take a look. All right, we'll open our pool and find out what's going on. All right, that's a pretty cool animation, and we got quite a few cool things in it. Now it says first over here for these. That is not true. I do have those cards, but anyway, this is a Phantom event, so it doesn't matter. We won't be able to keep these cards anyway. So let's take a look at what we have in our gold cards first. That's where I like to start when it comes to a sealed event like this. So we're looking at Kellen. Kellen is a Bant legend that cares about casting spells from places other than our hand. Zurgo is Mardu and does mobilizing stuff. That's fun. Loot, of course, is just some strong effects. And Teamer. Rediscover the Way. Look at the top 3. Put 1 in your hand. Okay. And then creatures get double strike when you cast non-creature spells. Okay, some just Jeskai stuff. And of course we have the Murders of Karlov Manor and Mizzet. And Scrawling Crawler's here too. I like that one. Alright, let's look at the 2-color ones. We have, just glancing through, we've got 1 Azorius, 3 different Dimir cards, 2 Izzet, 2 Rakdos, 1, just the 1 Golgari. We've got 3 of these Gruul cards. World's Rage. Oh, this one, that's right. We've got 3 different Selesnya cards too. So I like to look at the gold cards just because they're not necessarily going to be the strongest cards we have, but if we're going to be playing 2 colors anyway, at least 2 colors, which we probably are, we want to see what we can, what kind of synergy we have in these 2-color cards. So Caradora, when it enters, we can tutor for a mount or vehicle. 1 or more counters we put on a vehicle we control. Okay, just creature or vehicle. So it's got hardened scales. That's fun. Selvala from Thunder Junction. When you cast a creature spell, make a mercenary, and you can tap for an amount of color equal to the different powers among creatures you control. Sure. And Tolsimir comes in, makes a 5/5 with trample, and when any of my wolves attack, if Tolsimir is also attacking, it forces someone to block a wolf. Okay, I'm not that excited about these 3. I think Caradora is pretty cool, but let's take a look at Dimir. So Talion is, I think, just a good limited bomb. Gives us a good way to draw cards, drain our opponent for some things, and it's a 3/4 flyer for 4. That's okay. Golbez is a 2-mana 1/4. When an artifact enters Surveil 1, beginning of your end step, if you have a bunch of artifacts, you get to raise dead. And then if you have 8 or more artifacts, we drain your opponent. Okay, so Dimir artifacts is what we want to do there. Which Lazav can help us with, because when Lazav attacks, we exile a card from our graveyard and investigate, and then we can sack clues, also to get the effect of the clue, but to make Lazav become a copy of a creature exiled with it. So that's fun. That might be somewhere to go. We've got 2 Final Fantasy Izzet legends. Let's see what they are. Tella is a 5-mana 3/3. When you cast a non-creature spell, you make a hero. If you spent 4 mana on it, you draw 2. If you spent 8 mana on it, you sacrifice Tella, and it does that much damage to each opponent. It's okay. Vivi, I know, is good if we're going to be doing spellslingery stuff. So Rowan, I think, is more of a commander card, generally. So Kuja, I'm not that interested in you because I'm not going to run Rowan. Vraska joins up, is a solid card, but let's see. Balthier and Fran. So 4/3 reach for 3 gives our vehicles +1/+1 and vigilance and reach, and cares about vehicles. Yeah, hugs of course draws us cards essentially. Impulse draws us cards, lets us play extra lands. Is a 5/5 trample, and we've seen World Soul's Rage. So we've got a few options here. Let's take a look through our. It's funny that we only have one land in this. All right, let's just actually look at what we have going on here. So what is this? 11 white cards, 10 blue. Oh, we barely have any black. Okay. And then this is another 10 red. Did I say 10 blue? Yes. And that is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green. So quite a bit of green if it works for us. So we could go green-red pretty easily. We could go green-white. Both of those are well represented here. I think we don't have many vehicles. No, just the one, and it's in white. Of course, it is Salvation Engine, but that's okay. We're not going to be running the vehicles cards, probably. I mean, Caradora is just hardened scales, so that's all right. Well, let's just throw some things together and see what we get. So, ooh, got a Chandra. Chandra seems good, and she can make a vehicle. Does that help here? Extra combat steps, that's okay. Let's try and put together green-red. Let's just put all of our green and red cards in the deck and cut our way down from there. All right, well, that's 41 cards, so let's see what that even looks like. All right. We have a good number of creatures. We're looking at about 16 of them. And what is this land? Oh, this is one of the adventure lands. Makes us a black mage token. It's all right. Expedited Inheritance. When creatures dealt damage, its controller may exile that many cards from the top of the library and can play them. It's symmetrical, so it's a little interesting. Chandra is just good. Nibblehelm, a flame. 4 mana for sorcery. Choose target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. And then you can discard your hand and draw 4 if you're flashing it back. That's a board wipe. Maybe. That seems good. I know Omen Path Journey is fun. Things come in tapped, and we don't have any other lands, but too bad. Summoner's Grimoire is a creature spell, essentially, because it comes in with job select. Makes a hero, attaches itself to it. Equipped creature is a shaman, and has, whenever the creature attacks, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. If the card is an enchantment, it enters tapped and attacking. How many enchantments do we have? We've got 6. And it looks like this is an enchantment, and this is an enchantment, which means the others are enchantment creatures, like Summon Titan. That's pretty great. So we're not cutting this one. Territory Forge, when this enters, if you cast it, exile target artifact or land. That seems good. 5 mana to exile an artifact or land, and it becomes a copy of that. That's not terrible. I'm not loving Expedited Inheritance, and I think we're pretty heavy on 2-drops anyway, so I'm just going to put that off to the side for now, and let's look at what else we have. We've got an Everheart Challenger. 2 mana 2/2, haste prowess with Valiant, lets us impulse draw. 2 mana 2/2 haste prowess is pretty good on its own, so I'm not worried. Hazaret from Ether Drift. It's a 2 mana 5/3. Can't attack or block unless you have max speed, so we want to do some damage. Esper Origins. Oh, this is the 2 mana Surveil 2, gain 2, and then if we cast it from a graveyard, it comes back as a big 4/4 enchantment creature. I know Tifa. Tifa gets bigger. Keen-Eyed Curator. I like this card. If we have sort of exiled Delirium, then it becomes a 7/7 trample, and we can have a little graveyard hate. That seems okay. Vaughn. 2/2. Whenever one or more scouts, pirates, or rogues. We got 2 scouts. We've got no pirates. We've got no rogues. I bet Vaughn is one of them anyway. Okay, we have one other scout. Does combat damage to a player, exile a top card of that player's library, and either cast it or make a treasure token. And when you cast a spell you don't own, yeah, this doesn't do a whole lot for us, but it might happen once, and it's a Grey Ogre. It's still better than that card we cut. Enduring Vitality, love it. We've seen this one. Summon Girlfriend Cerberus, rather. It's probably not gluten-free either. So a 3/3 for 4, surveil one. When you cast an instant or sorcery, you copy it, which we may not be doing, and then more instants and sorcery stuff. Blossoming Tortoise. Oh, I love this guy. 3/3 cares about land stuff. Rattleworm, Hugs. The Gonosaur is really big. Clive is a 6-mana 5/5. When it enters, we can discard our hand and draw cards equal to our devotion to red. Maybe. And then it can come back as a big guy. Very big guy. Which fights someone. Oh, okay. And then Pride of the Hulklade is just, it's here to be our big blocker, essentially. We can't activate its ability if we're going to run this in red-green. So, we've looked at what our likely Gruul deck is. Do we want to take a look at a blue deck? I don't think we really do. We might. Let's try it. Let's just say we're going to... Where's that red card I cut? Yeah, I don't care about it. I'm going to take out these green cards and red and green cards. See what red-blue looks like. We might come back to this, and if we do, that'll be all right. So red and blue, starting with Vivi and Tella. Oh, we have 2 Tellas. Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, okay. So blue. Season of Weaving. Okay, we don't quite have enough cards to make that work, even if we add Expedited Inheritance into this. So we'd have to go 3-color if we want to go red. Now we could go 3-color by adding green or by adding white. Or... Well, what do these blue cards actually do for us? Let's see if this is something we would like to examine. What am I clicking? Okay, this one. Show me your mix. Okay, a lot more higher mana value stuff. Tale of Tamio, Extravagant Replication, Seasoned Weaving, Braided Net, Esoteric Duplicator, Leyline of Transformation. Yeah, this is not as strong of a choice for us. So, do we want to take a look at white and red? Or white and green, maybe? Let's take a look at white and green. Just to do our due diligence. So, green. And white. It never hurts when you're doing a sealed pool to look at different versions of the decks you can build. So this one doesn't look nearly as bad as the last one, and we've got 2 cuts we can make. So let's look at our non-creature spells. Ultima is a board wipe, end the turn. Seems fine. Moogle's Valor. Each creature you control, make a 1/2 Moogle. All your creatures get indestructible. Moogles have lifelink, seems good. And that's an instant, so we can block with that. That's all right. Salvation Engine, of course, our artifact creatures get bigger, but it's a 6/10 vehicle that crews for 6, and we can reanimate artifacts, which we have some of. Machinist's Arsenal. +2/+2 for each artifact you control and is an artificer. I mean, so it comes in as a 3/3, I guess. Yeah, that's all right. Wind Crystal makes our white spells cheaper. I don't mind that. Makes us double our life gain, gives our stuff flying and lifelink. I don't mind that at all. You've seen this? These are a lot more appealing to me than the red ones. I liked the red and white deck, or the red and green deck, but this is already neat to me. So 1/2 with lifelink, and we can give our opponent one of our permanents to draw a card. Valley Quest Caller cares about rabbits, bats, birds, and mice. With this, we have 1 bat, 1 rabbit, no birds, no mice. And it is the rabbit, so it's not really helping us with some scrying. It's not doing that much for us anyway. I'm actually going to put it over here for now. Esper, oh yeah, we looked at the green ones. Venet, Heart of Hydaelyn. 3 mana, 3/3. When you cast a legendary spell, draw a card, then pay 7, tap, and we get to exile a non-land permanent and transform this into a 4/4 indestructible that has combat triggers. Okay, that's all right. And we have a few other legendary. We have quite a few other legendaries in this actually. Is it legendary spell? Yeah. So that'll trigger off the Wind Crystal. It'll trigger off of not Salvation Engine, but for sure Stiltskin and Dion and Caradora and Savala, Tolsimir, Pride of the Wholeclave. Herald of Eternal Dawn is an expensive card. That keeps us from losing. It's all right. And then Dion makes knights and flies. This seems pretty fun, actually. Let's see if there's anything else we want to throw in here. I don't think that there is. We're gonna go with this. So our curve is quite high. Is there anything that doesn't work for us here? Is Wind Crystal actually giving us much? We don't have that many white cards in here. Maybe we should go back to the red. Well, what's really fun about doing one of these sealed pools that is for Midweek Magic is you can do it as many times as you want. You don't have to feel like you're stuck. So we could do this deck and then rebuild it a different way if we wanted to. We put Hope in here, and we put the Expedited Inheritance in here. And we're missing our 2 color cards. There we go. So we're gonna start with Gruul. If we get a couple of losses with this and it doesn't turn into what we want it to, we might switch over to the Selesnya build. But for now, I think this is just fine. So let's get into it. Game 1. All right, this should be fun. Okay, we've got a play. Surveil 2, gain 2 life, get it into our graveyard. That sounds fine. Start off with a forest and pass. Alright, I would like to play this, but we don't have anything on turn 3 anyway, so we'll just get our Esper Origins cast. Surveil into Tifa. We could sure play Tifa. And Chandra. I like Chandra. That sounds good to me. So Esper Origins. When it comes back, as this 4/4 that does a few good things. Sure. Maybe we'll do that. Let's Tifa. And we'll play this Lindblom as a land. So we were able to play the Rattleworm next turn. Or Chandra. Alright, the Questing Druid, the Seek the Beast Adventure. So they impulse draw 2 cards. They're running the cool M21 Fancy Pants lands. Right, the Questing Druid. We don't have anything else to talk to us about. So let's just get in with Tifa. Yeah, imagine they would block. I say, let's build toward the Esper Ore just a little bit more first. So Chandra lets us... let's go ahead and make ourselves a vehicle.
My team's got me covered.
We'll start building her up soon, if we're able to. Vehicle will be good for us in multiple ways. We can't play the Rattle Worm yet because we need more green mana, but we'll get it. Ooh. Saz. Lets them find a basic or a bird. They find a swamp. And they can attack with the druid if they want to. And they do. That's okay with me. So we have more land, but it's not the color we were hoping for. Well, let's pump up Chandra. We're going to discard... we'll sacrifice this. Do we have an instant or sorcery we can cast next turn? We don't. So I think we should just Esper Origins here. Surveil, get ourselves a land because we want to build up. Do we want this tortoise? This tortoise is not that exciting. We're going to put it in the graveyard. Set ourselves up with that land. And reveal the top of your library. If it's a permanent, draw it. Good.
Keep up the pace.
Let's go on in. Oh, I forgot that Saz is the blocker that they have. Well, sometimes you make a mistake. Okay, Sephiroth, you seem threatening. They can draw a card if they want to sacrifice something. They don't. This is an interesting trick. Yeah, so we're gonna get rid of your druid. We'll get rid of our Chandra. That's okay.
Can't be the end.
Alright. Well, we've got plenty of green now. We can get this Titan out. And that leaves us enough to play a Keen-Eyed Curator as well. Which we will. Mill 5. And we will just exile this for now. Go ahead and get rid of it. So there's a creature under the Curator. As long as we can get 3 other card types, it becomes a 7/7 trample, much like the Titan. So this gives all of our stuff +2/+2 and trample. Let's see. Ooh, Lord Skitter. Alright. Make a rat. They're gonna eat one of our cards. Will it be a land? If it's not, then we'll get that land back with... Oh, well, yeah, go ahead and take Chandra. That's fine with me. Doesn't look like they want to attack, unless they do. Oh, this guy is gonna get very big now, huh? I would rather not block. That is okay with me. Alright. It's bigger. This does X damage to any target. So there's no chance I'm going to be able to do 11 damage to this next turn, which is unfortunate. So what do I have? 6 mana? So I can't get too much of this. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is bring out the Rattle Worm. And we will attack with the Titan. Do we want to let Saz hit us again? Probably not. But we can block with the Rattle Worm. I think we do want to get rid of Sephiroth. We got to deal with Saz though. But Saz at least doesn't have trample, so we can just block him as much as we want. Let's see what our opponent's thinking. Got this, which lets them impulse draw. Ooh, what's this thing? 2/4 during your turn. It has flying. So they're going to try and exile something from our graveyard. We're going to exile it first. Too bad Summoner's Grumble. That was a solid card. And that is an artifact. So we got a creature and an artifact. What else do we have in here? Just creatures. Okay. Sephiroth. Not that intimidated by Sephiroth. I think we're going to attack with Saz, of course. And we're going to block with the Rattle Worm because I want this Curator to become huge if I can. Yeah, that Saz is never going away. Let's just find a desert, which we don't have any of. That's okay. 13/13. For now, we can World Soul's Rage to kill Kain. Any target, it says. Well, so if we throw away... Okay, we're at 10 mana. We don't have the ability to make Keen-Eyed Curator huge right now, but we will in a moment. So we need 10 mana -2 because we're going to go ahead and take out this enchantment. So we've got 9 open. We need to save 1, so we've got 8 open. We got to spend 2 on this, so X equals 6. And we're going to try this. Eat 1 more card type, become even larger. I don't think this is enough for us to win, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh no, I'm wrong. I think this wins it for us. It might have even without this. So we block, we get blocked, we kill 3 things, and we kill them. Alright, good game. Let's go on to game 2. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, we get a prize, I forgot. And it is, hey, it's that Nif Mizzet that we already have in our pool. At least this one we get to keep. Okay, game 2. Okay. Big Jin Gataxius avatar. All right, let's see what we have. We got 2 lands. I don't think we can keep this. This is a little better. What do we want to throw away? I hate to throw away the Agonosaur. I guess let's toss Chandra. It's turn 1, we can get a land. Turn 2, Emberheart Challenger. Turn 3, we can cycle the Agonosaur. And then hopefully turn 4, play the Rattle Worm. The Agonosaur will give us the ability to... Yeah, we'll do this. Maybe it's not that good of an idea to use the Agonosaur next turn, because if we trigger the Emberheart Challenger, it's just going to exile the top card of our library, which is going to maybe be a land that we can't play. But I think it's worth it. We'll swing in. Will they block with Tigum? They won't. Cycle the Agonosaur. It comes a 4/4, and we have Nibelheim of Flame this turn, but we can't play it, and that's okay. Just do 4 damage to them. So we could play Hugs next turn, but we'll probably play the Rattleworm. Mill 4, that's okay. Didn't need any of those cards anyway. Ooh, getting closer to the Summon Titan, which is a pretty good one. Here's a Rattleworm for you. If we get a Territory Forge out, we can get rid of one of their lands. Hugs as just a 5/5 trample might be worth it, but if we get another land, I think we're just going to play the Titan. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Maybe we just play Hugs as a 5/5 trample. That wouldn't be awful. Alright. Somnophage is going... Ooh. Mockingbird for 2? Oh, just as a bird. Okay. Alright. I think I don't want to play the Titan just yet because it's going to make the Somnophage bigger. So, what we'll do is we will swing in with both. Oh! We don't have to. Alright, well, I think we might have been on the road to victory in that game anyway, but maybe not. At least our opponent didn't think so. Or thought so, rather. So, we have our next prize, which is Lich Knight's Conquest. Yay, Eldraine. Okay, let's finish it up. This may be our last game. Game 3. That will let us play the Keen-Eyed Curator, but I hate having a otherwise kind of dead hand. Let's mulligan this. This... We've got 2 plays. We can keep this. And we'll take the Territory Forge and put it on the bottom. Ooh, Leyline of the Void. That's nice. It always feels good to start with the Leyline in play. Even if it never really does much for you. Oh, actually, it kind of messes us up in a couple of ways. This may not be our last game. Let's see how this goes. We'll go ahead and play a Forest. I normally wouldn't want to give away what our colors are if I didn't have to, but if we draw another Forest, we can play Enduring Vitality, which would be a nice option for us. No other Forest, that's okay. Do we play Vaughn, or do we play these guys? Let's get these guys out. Maybe it'll help us push some damage, or if Tifa attacks and we think we're able to kill Tifa with a block, I think I'm willing to trade Tifa, especially if they set up to make Tifa dangerous enough. Alright. No Tifa attack. We've got some green. Let's get out Enduring Vitality. And let's see if they're willing to make a trade. It would be a poor trade for them if they did. Alright. They're running Golgari colors with cool Ether Drift Swamp. Let's see what they got for us. Terror of the Peaks. Yes, we may not win this game. That's rough. Well, Blossoming Tortoise has us mill and then return things, but Leyline of the Void is going to get in our way on that. Let's play the Rattleworm. Rattleworm is sufficiently dangerous looking so that we may not... if they play another creature and they use Terror of the Peaks to kill one of our things, they may hit the worm rather than Balthier and Fron. And maybe they won't even notice Balthier and Fron's... goodness. Yeah, so they kill the worm with the Dragon Hawk. Maybe they'll attack with the Terror of the Peaks. Maybe we'll get lucky. No. Yeah, we're not doing great here. Alright, Nibelheim of Flame. Choose a creature you control. Damage equals its power to each other creature. So we can't kill Dragonhawk with that, but we can wipe the board otherwise. It's not ideal. But we could then play Vaughn out. I guess that's fine. Let's tap for red Nibelheim. Choose Balthier. Balthier is going to kill everything except for Dragonhawk. Oh, it doesn't kill Balthier though. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, Dragonhawk's whole deal is when it attacks, you exile number of creatures that have Ferocious. You can play those cards, and if you don't, you shock your opponent. Okay, it's like Torch of Defiance, kind of. Ooh, chainsaw. Just kills Balthier. Okay. Genova, that seems dangerous. Can't really do anything good with that right now. Let's summon this Cerberus. One day I'll be able to say it correctly. Do we need mana? Not really. We need a way out of this. Well, there's no reason not to attack, I guess. Well, maybe there is. This way they don't attack us with Genova, which at the beginning of combat in your turn, put a number 1 on counters equal to its power on another creature, which becomes a mutant, and when a mutant dies on your turn, you draw cards equal to its power. That's fine. So they won't attack with Genova this way, because we can block and kill them. They're going to make Dragonhawk a 6/6. They don't put the chainsaw on Dragonhawk. We've got Winter. Beginning of your upkeep, each player draws 2 cards. I don't know a lot we can do with that, but maybe something. I am going to... It says when you next cast an instant or sorcery. So maybe I will do that. Let's see how this goes. We're going to try and play a little trick on them. Alright, so I can't get through with Fawn, but I sure can kill off Winter. As I cycle into a mountain. It's not going to help us, but... so Genova will make Dragonhawk have a lethal power. Good game. Alright. We didn't get out of it in 3 games. That's alright. We're here to play until we win everything. So... let's play game 4. This is a good tip. QQ to float all your mana from your non-creature sources. I have found that it's QQQ sometimes. Sometimes Arena doesn't want to register the double Q, but they will let you triple Q. Okay, this is fine. We can get Hazoret out if we want. I know you're thinking, why not Tifa? Well, Hazoret starts our engines. But I think that's probably a good thing to do once we're able to attack with Tifa. If they don't have something that can deal with Tifa this turn, they do. That's alright. They can tutor for an equipment. Maybe they will get one. It is the Buster Sword. I'm not a Final Fantasy person, but I believe that that is a flavor win. Here's Hazaret. So will they trade Cloud? I think they will. They did. Oh, okay. That's alright with me. We still go up to speed 2. We can get Chandra out. Make a vehicle. Lightning. Super strike. Trample, but not haste, interestingly. Let's play Chandra. Let's make a vehicle. And let's pass.
If this is the competition, ooh, check out these wheels. Eyes on the prize.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna happen anyways. Maybe we bring out the Keen-Eyed Curator. Hey, they've got all the Final Fantasy equipment commanders. Double strike, and with lifelink, that's rough for us.
Down in flames.
Well, we'll play a forest. We'll play this curator. And I think we'll just pass the turn. What do they have in their graveyard? Just a creature. We have a planeswalker and a creature. Creature and planeswalker is halfway there for the Keen-Eyed Curator's pseudo-delirium ability. So, do we take 12 damage? Can't block. Yeah, I think we take 12. We let them have their trigger. Give them a little hope. Eat Cloud. See if they have something they want to do. That's pretty great.
This isn't your average.
I don't think Lily's going to use her -4 ability. So we'll see what actually happens here. Oh my gosh. No. We're not getting out of this one. We've got Elspeth making soldiers. We've got Lily making zombies. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. I'm just gonna eat Chandra and see what we draw. If it's anything worthwhile, that's great. If it's not, World Soul's Raise is a card, but we don't have enough mana to make it worth our while. So let's just do 3 damage to lightning. Guess we could have done that to their face, but there's no way we're getting through with the curator. So we'll just go ahead and eat World Soul's Rage and concede. Come on. Give him a good game. Alright. He gave us a good game too. Thank you. Saburauta? Alright. Alright, we're 2-2. Let's see what we get on game 5. Maybe this will break the tie for us. Okay. This isn't going to do it for me. This doesn't feel good, but I can keep this. We can Can't cast either of these, but we can at least get the Curator out. And it's a 3/3 for 2. It's not horrible. Who knows, maybe they've got a self-mill deck, and we can just make the Curator a 7/7 by turn 5. Or maybe they don't want to play at all. Hello. Would you like to play? We will bottom our board wipe. Pride of the Whole Clade. Currently costs 11, but now it costs 8. If we can get Hugs out, it will cost quite a bit less. Slick Shot. Okay. Just showing off. We'll play this mountain in the hope that maybe we can get Hugs out at some point. Gotta draw another red source, but do it. Joshua. Phoenix is dominant. Discard up to 2 and draw that many. 5 and exile him. Comes back as 2 damage to each opponent twice and returns some creatures to the battlefield. Flying lifelinking 4/4. Okay. Let's go ahead and eat whatever they just put in their graveyard. The Wind Crystal is an artifact. This thing, Gilgamesh, is a creature. We're halfway there. Alright, we can play a Tortoise. We can't attack, but we maybe can get a land back. We can. And we didn't even have to pay for it. Incredible. So, Enduring Vitality is an enchantment, so that gets us one step closer. They got an Earth Crystal as well. Wow, they had an Earth Crystal and a Wind Crystal? That's incredible. They're doing great. Oh, well, as per Origins, let's surveil. Yeah, let's just keep it like that. It's fine. Then let's attack with our Curator. See if they want to block. They don't. Well, then we'd like to do a bunch of damage to them. And we'll play the Pride of the Whole Clade. Just 1 mana. Now we can't activate its ability, but I don't know that we would really need to. It's just an endlessly blocking defender. Let them mill some cool stuff. If there's a time when it looks like they can bring something back from the graveyard, we could still eat it with the Curator. Maybe we want to eat it right now, in fact. Hate to let our mana go to waste. Ultima. Might bring that back. And it's a different card type. Let's attack with the Curator. They want to give up their summon. We will use the Aganosaur to make this indestructible, trampling, and +2/+2. And here's an Everheart Challenger just to add to the fun. Joshua, when it flips, can get creatures out of the graveyard eventually. We'll see if they get that far. Ooh, Murgonda Raceway, wow. So they can sure get up to speed too, but they won't. That's it. Good game. All right. Well, 3-2 is not a terrible finish. You know, I always say if you get 3 wins, it doesn't matter how many losses you got when it comes to these arena events. Ooh, got some orbs. And We got a blooming marsh. Cool. I like the cool train. Neat. All right, well, that's our midweek magic for this week, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you want to see me play more of these arena events, I do a new midweek magic video every week, and I've got plenty of other things on my channel, so give it a look. Remember to like and subscribe, and remember that magic is fun. You should play more magic.